All right, we are live. Hopefully everything is working. I may even fire up my phone to make sure because I haven't done StreamYard on my channel yet. Let's see. Yeah, ads are playing. All right, so we should be good to go. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Sunday afternoon stream where we sort Lego. It's a lot of fun. And normally it's just myself talking to a computer in a room. But this time I am joined by three amazing human beings. We've got Malistaire over here to my side. We've got Lewis down below. And over kitty corner of me, we've got Jordan. And you'll recognize Lewis and Jordan from season 3 of Lego Masters. Is that right? Four? Yeah, I forget. I'm getting old. But we've got some other Lego Masters contestants here. Both did some great builds over there. And you can find them both on Instagram. Let me pull up that little banner. Hold on one second. I got to shout you guys out. Go follow Style of Bricks and AK Brickster for all your Lego content needs. But not to ignore our good friend Malistaire over here. You will recognize him from the chat from pretty much every stream I do, as well as many videos. So like he is there. He is lurking. He is the big brother for all the Lego streams you may be seeing. So good to see you, Malistaire. Glad you finally made a live stream. I feel like you've been part of this culture for a long time. So that's awesome.
That's great.
But we are just getting a little bit of sorting progress done. We actually are on StreamYard. Hopefully the quality is not too poor. It's limiting us to 720p. So I might have to invest in a pro subscription so we can actually do normal HD, because I like that at least 1080p. Otherwise it gets a little blurry.
What's that behind you, Mark?
Oh, that big yellow thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my old trophy from my season.
Spoiler
I've
alert.
never seen one of those before.
You guys didn't see it on your season?
No, we did.
Yeah, we did, right? No, we didn't.
They didn't show you at the beginning or anything? I think it was towards the end when they showed it to us. It was like probably episode like 9 or 10. They started pulling it out for promos.
They broke it out on set.
I don't remember if they did, honestly.
And we just got to see it from like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
It was
I've gotten to see yours in person.
That's true. I think it's basically the same. So.
Yeah.
And ours is one of the few that isn't broken, because seasons 1 and season 3, both season 3 trophies that exist are broken.
You know who else has never seen one? Robert.
Robert never got to see it?
I'm just guessing. I had to guess.
Surely he's been to Doug Brooks' house, Christopher's house.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. All right, but yeah, we're all sorting. Lewis and Jordan both have some brick to sort. They're already working on it. Malistaire, you were telling me earlier that you literally just finished all your sorting yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah, yesterday. The last bit of sorting I had was the Advent calendar builds, because my wife's actually been helping out with my sorting, and
that's awesome.
The only thing I now have is I have way more unbuilt sets, including the new El Dorado Fortress, than I have bulk brick that's not been sorted at this point.
Oh my goodness. So you're telling me you have a new El Dorado Fortress just sitting off to the side, and you're the ultimate Blue Coat fan. You haven't built it yet.
To make it worse, I have 2 of them.
So you could do like a combo model from Rebrickable or something?
Yeah, but I just haven't had time.
Well, one day when you get more time, you're gonna have to make the ultimate Blue Coat Island Fortress.
I think also when it's special, you kind of want to hold on to that build moment till it's the right time.
Yeah, that's what I've been feeling.
Yeah, I feel that. But to be honest, like most of my spare time now has been spent building the D&D campaign that you guys are all in. Like, I severely underestimated. Like, usually when I DM, I'll do like pre-packaged campaigns, but since you guys wanted something custom, I forgot how much time and effort I have to put into like building a lore consistent world.
Yeah.
And, every now and then I'm like going back and reading basic rules every now and then, so I feel underprepared.
I wouldn't have guessed that playing the campaign.
No.
Only when like Jordan, I think, is probably the closest thing we have to a min-maxer on our team. And so he is trying to figure out the most, efficient way to do something that's nearly impossible for his class to do. So it'll kind of throw a curveball every now and then.
And Jordan is probably the one that gives me the most challenge because he came in wanting to play a race that technically doesn't exist. And so I had to make it up on the fly, build and try and find which rule set was consistent, because the book that we used is actually an unofficial for charity event. And so
Wow.
technically isn't real, but he wanted to be a frog person. I mean, I get it.
Yep.
How unusual for Jordan to overcomplicate something.
I know.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Anyway, we're going to say hi to some of the chat now really quick. We got a new member, Cross Airborne Customs, who is a longtime viewer here and has always wished they could win a given away membership. So congratulations, Cross Airborne Customs. That's awesome.
Very cool.
And thank you for joining again. Brick Mom VA is here. Good to see you, Brick Mom VA. Hope you're doing well. Hope the weather's okay in Virginia. It's not too frozen up there. Grumpy J is here. So if you all haven't heard of Grumpy J, now's the day to do it because he is the ultimate stream camper, the best guy you could ever bump into. Thanks for joining, Grumpy J. Let's keep scrolling down here, though. Malister is in the comments, too. What the heck? This must have been earlier before we started, but Malister is everywhere. He sees multiple places at once. It's amazing. We got Saija's Brick Cave. Hello from Finland. Fantastic. Thank you for joining from Finland.
Nice.
We've had a couple Finnish viewers before, but that's really exciting. Gloria Erickson, good to see you, Mom. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we got 4 people.
Come on.
We got 4 people chatting today, and I haven't done as much sorting as I usually do, but that's okay. That Lego Kid, good to see you, that Lego Kid. They joined just last night, subscribed, and I think their first time seeing any videos here was last night on the Tron building live stream for 2 hours. That was fun.
Cool.
Also from Australia, so a lot of international viewers.
Wow.
Scott Schiller, good to see you, Scott. Hope you're doing well. Plump Daddy Bricks, good to see you, Plump Daddy. Moving on, we got Garth Smith. This is a cool live stream. Hey, I think so. We got some cool people. We got some Lego. We're doing good. This has been an awesome stream. We've already succeeded beyond expectations with all the things we tried to accomplish. Michael is here from Iceland. Good to see you, Michael. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we got a bunch of people here. And I'm reading old comments, so I'm kind of scrolling down here. Oh, Malister gifting forward memberships. Thank you, Malister. I get to thank you face to face now. This is great. Thank you.
I had to because I was 3 behind Grumpy J from the last 2 streams. So
you guys have made it a contest, and I'm not going to complain because it benefits me greatly. So.
I love how this competition is really just about handing you money at this point.
Exactly. Who can hand Mark the most dollar bills here? It's great.
Nice.
No stop to it.
I'm just glad my memberships are thankfully very cheap. I think it's like 99 cents. So hopefully it's like you can give away a couple of them and it's not going to break the bank too badly, hopefully. But JMock Studios, good to see you, JMock. You can check out it's Jonathan. He does a bunch of cool Star Wars box. You can check him out. Very active builder. Oh, Grumpy J's not going to let that slide. Responds with a 10 memberships. Well, what's funny is you guys boosted me from, I think it was like 50 members, which is what I started with, which is great. A lot of people signing up to like 200. I think I passed 200 the other day. And that's going to fluctuate because it's a monthly gift, but it's just crazy.
That's awesome.
We're just laughing at each other in disposable income over here.
Exactly. But the fun thing is, it's also good for the viewers, too, because then they can go look at the community tab and see that finished Dune sandworm that I have pictures up for members. I think you guys have pretty much all seen at least some further along work in progress shots, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is tomorrow's project for me. I'll be very busy tomorrow working on that.
I'm sorry, what was that? Working on what tomorrow?
Giant Dune sandworm, finishing the landscape for it so I can bring it to a convention.
Which did find in the pile?
Oh, you got the Crown Knight armor?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Jordan, you also had a set on the side that you were hoping to open one day, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so we just got married on September 1st. A bunch of the Lego Masters came out to the wedding, which is awesome.
Congratulations.
And they were thoughtful enough to pool together, and they got us this as a wedding gift.
Oh my goodness.
Which is awesome, but we just moved right after getting married, so we haven't had a chance to sit down and crack it open yet. And it is a wedding gift, so I feel like Ashley and I kind of have to at least start it together and then see how long she stays interested in it.
She has to help start it. Yeah, exactly.
What's your guess?
I think she actually likes building the botanicals. So
Yes.
I think if we get her started in it, she might want to build some of the trees and stuff, maybe.
And how long will you let her participate?
She actually, I broke it down when we moved. I had the 90th anniversary castle, and she got me Rivendell as an engagement gift because I told her, I was like, hey, I got you a ring, and I also would like a ring, an engagement ring. Mine just happens to be ABS chrome gold, and it comes in a Rivendell set. So she surprised me with that. But I had the 90th anniversary castle on the coffee table, and she didn't want to have two 5,000 piece sets halfway built. So she actually finished the whole 90th anniversary castle. I came home from work and she had built the whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
Stuff. And she's like, look, I finished it. It's like, whoa, that's cool. And then she's like, and here's your gift. So
it seems like you lucked out there, Jordan. That's a pretty great situation to be in. So.
Yeah.
So did you, with that D&D set, did you get the campaign that comes with it?
Yeah, there's the I assume it's in there.
No,
you actually, you have to get it. Like
It's
I think through
separate.
the insider program, separate.
Separate. I think I did.
You can download it.
Points.
Yeah, you can download it. I ran the campaign for my niece and nephew, and the set is the battle maps for it. And
that's cool.
So you take the set apart and you actually can play the campaign with the Lego set. It was probably one of the most fun little D&D one shots I've ever had. And the dragon is amazing in that set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's I wasn't a big fan of D&D before, but once that set came out, I knew I had to get it day one. I got the Mimic set, got the
beautiful
the campaign for it. So
oh, Mark, I found something for you here. You're gonna love this.
Love it. Oh, get that out of here! This is a family friendly channel, Jordan. What are you doing?
Actually, I found something else that I totally forgot that I had.
Oh my gosh, both you guys! Golly, you got to get all that trash out of your collection. Oh,
so this is a cloth map that somebody printed for us during the LOR RPG.
Okay, so we got to give you at least a tiny bit of backstory for the two guys who don't know what we're talking about.
What that is.
So me and Jordan met back, it was probably about, 13 years ago now?
Yeah.
On an old Classic Castle Lego forum, which is still in existence, sort of. And we met for, it was a contest happening. I joined. Jordan had been a member for a while. And he was the first person to interact and say, hey, congratulations on joining. Glad you're here. And after the contest was done, we were all still wanting to build stuff. We were on we had more to do, more Lego we wanted to create. And so I think it was Jordan, wasn't it? Or somebody suggested that we start a role-playing game to rival the one on Eurobricks, which is the biggest Lego forum. And it kind of spiraled out of control from there. And for the next couple years, Jordan led an entire faction. I led an entire faction. Jordan, what was your faction like? You want to describe Garheim for us, or Garheim?
Yeah, courage, honor, glory for Garheim, right?
Exactly.
That was the slogan. So we were like a northern, kind of Viking-esque tribe,
kind of dwarven too.
Dwarvish, yeah. Not a lot of cavalry because there's a lot of snow. So, you don't really have. The Mark's faction was more like the horse people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Northerners, mining, kind of dwarvish type feel, very burly, and all my guys have beards and capes, and
it's always snowing.
Yeah, always snowy. Yeah, I had and I'm from Alaska, so I like building winter theme mocks, and I really loved building snot dark blue water back in the day. And
Yeah.
so like that cool contrast of that color with the white snow, I really liked that. So that was my faction. And then you were in charge of Lorios.
Yes. So Lorios was basically the Crusader conquerors of the South. They were just a bunch of Red Lion knights on horseback, and they were kind of like evil. Honestly, they were. I made myself the bad guys a little. Well, we always propaganda ourselves as the good guys, but
Right.
anyway, we were the aggressors. We were always starting wars
for sure.
We were starting crusades against the outlaws to the south and the Lenfells to the north. We messed up the Lenfells. They were tormented by us, and vice versa. But it was great fun.
So how did it play out, though? You guys played like some kind of D&D type campaign, or you just built out some of these scenarios?
Basically, building contests, building challenges for each other, and for like there'd be ones for the entire game, and there'd be some for just the team to do it for themselves. And then eventually, we did some kind of light combat and some conflicts between factions for a little bit. Basically, just building challenges to one up each other.
Yeah.
Kind of like Malister and Grumpy J in the chat. It was a lot of fun. It was for years we did this, and it was like deep rivalries. It was great. So.
Yeah. Yep. It was sort of the intent was not necessarily to have stat blocks and like play against each other. It was a mock based story structure essentially. So we would have sort of the 4 faction leaders would all get together and we sort of storyboarded a global political theme, and then people would build along with us. So it'd be like, hey, we are invading, Lenfald this month, so everybody build a mock showing Garheim taking over a Lenfell, embattlement or whatever. And then people would build that and get faction points, like participation points, and you would rank up within your faction. So just prestige and kind of bragging rights, and just to give people something to build, because a lot of times, as we all know, you kind of get builder's block and you're not sure what you want to work on. And so it would just be like guidelines of giving people in the community some ideas of things to build.
It was a lot of fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. We actually outgrew Classic Castle. We had to start our own website to house everybody, essentially. We were pushing like 200 people, I think, at one point.
Oh, yeah, easily. Even like just the green Lenfell team had like 200 people at one point.
Yeah.
That's a good way to generate building prompts also.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if we'll ever fully revive it, because it's pretty much, it wound down years ago because everyone gets busy,
Yeah.
But it's the stories we'll have to revive at some point. So.
Yeah, it's tough to. It's just like anything, like a D&D campaign, to get the time commitment out of the people who are running it to keep it going. And then eventually, like, none of us are authors or writers, and we didn't have AI to help us with prompts, so we just kind of run out of ideas to like. All right, well. We had a global civil war, and now, like, what do we do? I don't know. And,
yeah, once you have a couple world-ending disasters averted, it just gets kind of boring, like the Avengers, right? So.
Yeah.
They're not boring.
Well, I mean,
just imagining how much fun it would have been if you guys had turned it into like an actual like RPG. And like you started rolling dice when you determine like a battle, like whoever's mock wins gets like an advantage to their dice roll, and then like you have the map constantly changing. That would be.
We were working on that. It never quite materialized because of the technological troubles, but
yeah. But I did troll those forums a lot, because when I was starting to build like the Legoland campaign, it's actually quite difficult to find like the castle faction lore. And so I had to like basically piece it apart. There's a lot of fan fiction out there that is essentially what your world is based upon. And I didn't know this, but there's like an entire website that's run by a bunch of Lego enthusiasts that they make all of like the D&D monster manuals in Lego. So a lot of like, pictures that I'm finding are like from this website. You just look up a monster and someone has like built it.
That's awesome.
The Grun were underwhelming, however, so I had to go in a different direction.
The Grun are always underwhelming.
What website is that? Just out of curiosity, Mauser.
Oh, let me bring it up here.
Well, you did have a shining moment yesterday.
I tried.
Wrong.
Oh yes, it's worth mentioning that Malistaire is our DM for our upcoming D&D campaign, and all three of us here, besides Malistaire, are players in that campaign, and it should be a tremendous amount of fun to watch. The first episode is going to be coming out this upcoming Friday, so
Cool.
So that's when you can expect it publicly. However, I will be sending you guys a private link to watch it early, make sure it all looks good.
Yeah, the website is adventurebricks.com. And it seems to have like Pathfinder rules, D&D rules. So if anyone wants to do a Lego D&D campaign, that's like a very good resource to use. Because you'll notice in the videos, one of the things I do is I take all the traditional D&D monsters and turn them into Lego. So it's all a Lego uniform world. And it's just fun that way. I don't know. I like it.
That's so cool. It almost reminds me of a tabletop game that probably still exists, but I just haven't tracked it down again, is Brick Wars. They used to have it's basically like Warhammer, but for Lego figures. So
I remember that.
I could see myself getting into that kind of thing
Is it
too.
a Lego product or no? It's a third party.
Just Lego. You just get Lego minifigures, but it just creates a system in order to create a battle to fight. So.
Yeah. The only downside, if you're not into Warhammer, I would say is like
that's
rated,
tough.
It's rated R and up.
Yes.
It is a very brutal world. D&D can get dicey, depending on how you play in the groups. But like Warhammer, oh boy,
yeah.
I've had some shocking moments reading lore in Warhammer, like 30K and 40K.
Yep. Those are it's called Grimdark for a reason. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know if you can see that. This guy has got some battle damage.
Oh yeah.
Very bad.
That's
cool. Then I also have one of these, but it's broken off. What do you do with stuff like that? Do you hold on to it or do you toss it?
I would hold on to it. Sometimes there's a good reason to have a broken part for some.
Yeah, so
I'll never break a part on my own. I can't bring myself to do that. But if I have a broken part, like I use on my D&D build over there, there's the bridge has a couple of broken 1 by, I don't remember, for 1x4, 1x6 reddish brown tiles.
Yeah.
I use as the planks. So I have one that's split in half, so I just use it as a broken plank.
I've never broken a reddish brown tile.
No, it's happened.
What?
Not one, never.
Is that a joke?
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, that's what's known as a lie.
I think you failed your deception check there,
I did
Jordan.
fail my deception check.
Yeah.
We should have made him roll for it. But yeah, you can use like those pieces like armor. Like I've had plenty of for like pirates mocks that I've done in the past, like broken Sacco hats, backpacks. I use them for like casualties. Like if you're gonna have like a battle scene, you can have like broken shields and things on the ground, like broken muskets, broken pistols, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I save them, Jordan. I just haven't really used a lot of broken pieces in mocks.
Yeah.
Recently.
The shield is like not even like scuffed in a cool way. It just looks like somebody it got caught in the vacuum cleaner and the brush just sat there and spun on it.
Well, since it's already scuffed, why don't you scuff it some more?
Put some slashing on it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just take a needle or a scalpel and just start like scratching it up so it looks like battle damage.
It's already messed up anyway.
That could work.
If it looks dirty, you could put that in like a deep dungeon, like a half-buried skeleton or something. You know, there's got to be something you can do.
Oh, you know what I was thinking of because of our discussion today? We have a new piece. Put away. So these are the brickhead snot bricks, but we have them in clear now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what these would make? A gelatinous cube.
You could.
And you could even have, there's even room inside to maybe not quite this one, but you could stick some weapon or something inside, like a residue of a prior meal.
So that's where the D&D set is brilliant. It actually has a large gelatinous cube with things inside of it.
Which is awesome.
Isn't it?
And three, I think 2 or 3 small ones.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got like
Really well done.
it's got like a skull in there. It's quite well done.
Quite effective. Really quick, we're gonna go and read some comments here, see if there's anything I missed. Let's see. Hello, lads. Good to see you, Bobo Bricks. Hope you're doing well. I think T Valkyrie is here as well. Good to see T Valkyrie. What's funny is T Valkyrie is from Minnesota, and I think I currently probably have more snow than T Valkyrie. Exactly.
Yeah,
You got snow on the ground, Mark?
I would say
What?
You still have snow on the ground?
Just about an inch. It's melting now, but it's still white outside. So yeah.
I would say you guys do, because DC was shut down for like 3 to 4 days last week, and from where I work, we had to deploy the National Guard to help you guys dig out.
Hey, we have woefully inadequate infrastructure to deal with this kind of stuff. Okay,
Yeah, it's okay.
we're
allow it.
we're not
Yeah,
used to it.
We got the report from the state, and we're like, "How many snowplows do you have?" And like Georgia was like 4. We're like, wait, for 400? And they're like, no, 4.
Just 4.
Just 4.
We haven't turned them on in 10 years.
Yeah, salting roads. What's that?
Dude, I got stuck in a major blizzard. It must have been 92 or 91 in Georgia, where we literally had to stay at a hotel, and we ate at a Waffle House for like 4 days. The Waffle House, of course, stayed open.
That's like an average weekend for Chris.
For what?
For Chris, that's an average weekend.
Yep. Too
We
bad
went
this
in
is
the
here.
Waffle House for food.
So this is like a little bit of chewing damage, but I actually kind of like it. So this is a Forestman hat. I'm gonna get really close. It's been chewed on, and the tip of the cap is like turned up a little bit, and it's actually very subtle. It doesn't really look too chewy. I kind of like the little tipped up corner.
It looks intentional on
I
camera.
guess the question is why are you chewing on your Legos?
Well, 'cause chewing on the hat,
Oh my goodness,
Mark,
Jordan, you got to pull that one out next session. That's great.
yeah, your production value's gone way up. We've now got a costuming department.
Oh yeah. Sean's got props.
Yeah, Sean's got a weapon for every new weapon you get.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Sean's roleplay has been insane this
He's
campaign. You'll see it in episode 1. I think is the first time he starts pulling out his swords, and we're all just laughing. It's great.
Yep, it's great.
Is anyone else concerned with how many bladed weapons he has in his house?
If you know Sean,
you won't be surprised. Yeah, exactly.
If you've met Sean, you'll know exactly he's just that type of guy. He's great. Bubble Bricks asked, "Are you all American?" Yes, we are all American.
Oh, I did. I am really glad that you have a couple of viewers from Finland on.
Yes,
Because I'm really hoping that they will help us finish our sorting.
Oof.
Wow.
Big oof, Jordan.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You
Question
picked
from
up on
Bubble
our
Bricks.
live stream?
Could you tell Mark thanks for checking out my build? Yes, absolutely, Bobrix. You're welcome. Thank you for posting castle mocks that I like. So. Darkside Brick Zerkers is here. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. We are doing pretty good. We are sorting some Lego. We are about halfway through our hour of sorting. Doing pretty good. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Oh, Gene is here. Good to see you, Gene. Came because I was gifted a membership. Hey-o. There we go. Congrats. Hey, Gene, when you get a second, check out the community tab. There's a big sandworm mock that's posted there just for members, so you can scroll back a couple weeks and check it out. They have that brick in trans orange too. Yeah, that brick with studs on both sides. I've seen that one. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Geode Marco Falworth. Yep, I have made some geodes in the past. They're pretty cool. Hello, panel guest. Absolutely, Axel. Thanks for joining. So,
Thank you.
I can barely read the comments because it's so small on my little laptop. Exactly. There's all of our emojis that don't show up on StreamYard. So.
Yeah, what we see is RRG, Tron.
Exactly.
So many colons.
If you watch on YouTube, they all look pretty cool. We have a bunch of emojis thanks to all the gifted memberships. So. But yes. Oh, quick question for you guys. Because we all are doing Lego D&D, I wanted to pick your brains on a question. A lot of us are new to D&D. We haven't played that much, not even really a full campaign for most of us. What is your D&D bucket list? And this could also be from Alistair. What do you want to see happen in a campaign that would just blow your mind and make you laugh? What's some crazy either like an action or an achievement that you want to see?
So from the DM perspective, the one thing that I would really want to see, and I have not seen, I've DM'd probably 20 games now, is a party to check the door before they pick the lock. That's all I want.
Well, moving forward, it's not the very first one. Nobody knows that.
It's amazing. We all we assumed we're all locked in a dungeon. You know?
Well, it wasn't. But listen, it's not like it was like a door. We were in a
Spoiler
jail
alert!
cell.
Spoiler alert!
It was a jail cell, so of course you're gonna assume that the jail cell is locked. But if it had been a regular door, we may have had more success just trying it out.
I should have known better because I've experienced that twice now. So
yeah, I got Mark with it twice. So
yeah, the library.
Yep, the library from season 1. We're gonna start season 2 here in just a couple days. Actually, it'll be out Friday. So,
but that was the one thing. Like, I felt so bad about the Lion Brick Library because if you've watched that episode, the part where I had made a whole map with like color-coded events in it, and I found out in the play that one of the players was colorblind, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oops.
So like on the fly, I'm like rapidly typing the color names onto the map so that he can figure out the puzzle. I felt so bad when that happened.
Wasn't the guy who was colorblind the one who was playing the giant murder hobo essentially?
No, I think it was
the garden
gnome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say because it wouldn't have mattered. It's like, hey, how do you want to handle these guards? It's like, what if we crash through the wall and then just rip their heads off? And then it's like we go around the corner instead, and they're like, oh, hey guys, yeah, they told us you were coming. You know, like.
Yep. It was a stealth mission, and we were murder hoboing our way through it.
You guys almost killed like people who were allied to your cause.
It's great. But yeah, we got, I think, honestly, some even crazier adventures coming up soon. So that we can't hype it enough. Even though, like, don't get too excited. It's just a video of a bunch of people talking and playing on a little map. It's not insane. It's not a full-length feature movie, but
I think
we had an amazing time.
We'll find it entertaining. I've been very entertained.
I will say there are significant technical upgrades compared to the last one, because the last one was basically just an audio recording with an occasional picture. Yes. This one is a full live recording of people. You can see our faces. You can see what our characters are doing on the map. You can see enemies appear and get knocked out. So it's great.
Yeah, and you can see when a player character gets stunned by something that happens as well.
You can see our live reactions to bad dice rolls or terrifying crits.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil too much, but it's great. Just the first session, which is first episode is 2 sessions. So yeah.
Well, I'll answer your question, Mark. And for me, I'd never played D&D. I always thought it was something that I would have enjoyed doing as a kid, or any time in my life. I just never had the opportunity. Mm-hmm. So when I got invited by you guys, which I very much appreciate, I was just looking forward to just having a great time, messing around with my friends, and honestly, it's been way better than I thought. I've had a blast. Miles doing an amazing job as a DM, so I don't know. We've been laughing a lot, so it's everything I hoped it'd be. So my wish list has been met. From here on out, it's all gravy.
There you go.
I think I'm just looking forward to just seeing people lean into their characters and really embrace like the rule of cool. I think we had some of that in the last episode with some of the stuff that I won't give anything too much away, but there was some great role play and some cool kills, and there was unexpected outcomes. And I'm looking forward to people like, instead of just I fire my bow or I swing my sword, really leaning into the character of it. As we get more comfortable with sort of the mechanics and everything. Because right now, a lot of times it's like, I want to do this. Can I do this? And then we all have to wait for a couple of minutes till we figure out how it's going to work. And once we get those mechanics figured out, I think it'll start to really flow and really lend itself to being more in the moment.
Yeah. We're doing pretty good. I mean, we've warmed up to our characters. We're asking less questions about where do I click to do this.
Yeah. Roll for perception. Where is that?
Where's perception?
Yeah.
No, we're doing good. My thing that I'm looking forward to in D&D. Obviously, we've had a great time, but one thing I'm looking forward to is taking down a really world-ending boss. So I'm just waiting for the first.
We do that already?
I'm not going to spoil anything. We've gotten darn close a number of times. But,
we're getting darn close to being taken out.
You guys almost got wiped by the tutorial, so
yes.
I don't think you're quite ready for a Tarask or a dragon yet.
No, I am waiting for something of that level, though. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to that upgrade a little bit, that's my main D&D goal at this point. To survive long enough to beat a big bad end game.
I also am really looking forward to killing an elf. Just any elf, maybe a bardic sort of an elf or a rogue elf.
Yeah.
This rogue elf has a bag of salt in his pack, just waiting to pour all over you, Grung.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Final Boss is here. Good to see you, Final Boss. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, Final Boss. That's who we're looking forward to.
Good name. Good name. Very timely. We've got Flounder is here. Good to see you, Flounder. And Flounder also had a funny comment here. I imagine Malister is a blue coat. Yes. Did you just picture him as a blue coat, as always in outfit and full gear? I could kind of see that.
Just found this, actually.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Yeah. That's the only flag that matters, not that red coat filth.
Manatee Bricks is here as well. Good to see you, Manatee Bricks. Hope you're doing well. I'm a blue coat. I mean, the avatar gives it away. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Alistair is maintaining two conversations at once. It's great.
Yeah, you have to understand, though, in terms of being an American, right? The blue coats were our friends. We fought the red coats over a tax of 10 pence on tea. We took on a global superpower because they made us pay too much for tea, and we love our caffeine.
True.
Exactly. For what would be trivial nowadays, they were willing to risk it all. So yeah.
Sometimes you just need a pretext,
Exactly.
Yeah, I had a few more reasons. That was just the final push.
That's true. That's true.
Fair enough.
UFO Bricks is here. Good to see you, UFO Bricks. You can check out UFO Bricks on Instagram. I don't think they post too much on YouTube. Also, Malister, you don't post a lot of your own content yet, right?
No.
There's no channel I can share?
No, I don't have time. Yeah, because those of you that don't know, I am an active duty service member. And so I do not have a lot of free time to do content or any of that stuff. Plus, I mean, this is more of a face for radio, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
I think that once you get more time, whenever that may be, Malister, it would be cool to see you make some blue coat stuff. But we are thank you for your service in the meantime.
Yes, thank you.
And yeah, you've been very busy with all the national disasters happening. So
yeah, all you civilians need to get your stuff together. You're killing me.
Exactly. Thoughts and prayers with people on both sides of the United States right now as things are getting crazy. So,
yes.
But yeah, just a little show and tell. So I have something Lego to do. So I made some minifigures. I'm doing an in-person campaign on the 18th, and so here's our warrior, basically using some of the paladin and some Mordor.
Nice.
She's going to be our warrior, and she's got her little dog Ahsoka here with her. I built a little like ramp for her. There's going to be a rogue. I guess you can guess what this character is kind of based on.
Yep.
And then there's going to be a dragonborn druid, and his shtick is he takes fertilizer everywhere, so he's got a bag of poo on his back.
Nice.
Because
That's
he's a
great.
druid and he likes plant life.
Very nice.
A great party. Yeah, in-person D&D would be a lot of fun. Just having the physical die alone would be cool. So.
When I did my D&D build, it's the first time that I really focused like on the minifig build itself and creating the different characters, and I had way more fun than I. Jordan and Chris are the ones that kind of motivated me to do that, and I had a lot of fun.
That's the danger of sorting minifigure parts. Is I'm sitting here, like getting distracted. I'm like, ooh, what can I do with this? I actually was just looking at this sword.
Oh no!
Which it is a Nexo Knight sword, but it's not the transparent one, and I feel like it could have some fantasy utility.
Oh, yes.
But it has a
actually
little.
from Batman.
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. It has a little nub at the bottom of the hilt that keeps it from going into an anti-stud. And I'm kind of thinking I want to like file that off.
I wonder if Chris's axe has a nub at the end of the.
It might. We can't give too many spoilers yet, but that is.
No, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about that for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say, like, when you're building minifigures, right, when you're trying to get, like, the right torso, the right arms, like, I was kind of astounded, like, how much of a difference the right face makes with the right expression. Like, for a rogue, getting that kind of sly grin, and for a fighter, getting that, like, that yippee type smile that they're beating something with an axe type thing. And I kind of wish, like, that's why I like that the D&D CMFs came out. I really wish they would lean more into the Dragonborn, because I'd like to see like more expressive Dragonborn heads like in the future. Because right now you just got like you've got the one that's in the D&D set, you've got that like red one that came out in like a video set, and then you've got the gold one for the Paladin and the CMF. I'd like to see a little bit more variation, because
There was a blue one in the video as well.
There's a blue one.
But not their expressions are pretty plain. That's right.
Yes.
So
yeah. I'd like to see one like roaring or laughing, so you can put like imagine the kind of mock potential of like an open mouth with an anti-stud in there, and you can have him actually using his fire breath.
Having a little fire burst.
Yeah, just putting like a little fire stud in there, and it'd look awesome.
That would be great.
Yep.
I've always wanted Lego to create a product that's like just heads for like one character. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Each little package comes with 10 different heads with 10 different expressions for the same character.
That would
and
be
then they will release like 10 of those a year, and you could collect all of it and you start creating these characters, because it's great to be able to change expression.
That was the great thing about like the Lego movie sets, is I feel like you've got a lot of different versions for Wild Style. Emmett is almost unusable in Mox because he's so like simple and goofy. But what's like the rugged version of Emmett? I can't remember.
Rex Dangervest, yes.
Yeah, he's got a little stubble, and he's got a bunch of really great expressions. So
Like
sometimes you can find different heads that aren't necessarily the same.
Well, my D&D build behind me, so there's the party is there 4 times on the build in different places, and I wish they could give them different expressions.
Right.
And some I'm able to pull it off because of the other side of the head, or there's one that's close enough.
Right.
And then I use flesh tones, which makes it even more limiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and not as good, honestly.
What's that?
What? Sorry.
I didn't hear what you said. Honestly, I did not hear what you said.
I said you said to use flesh tones, and it made it difficult. And I said, and not as good, but
Yeah. Actually, I've always been with you. Every mock I've built, I've used the yellow minifigs. But for this one, since it was D&D and Chris and you guys were both a big part of getting me going on that, I decided to give Chris's point of view a turn.
Yep. So in general, you'd prefer yellow faces, Lewis, then, right? You're a yellow skin.
I mean, most of my builds, yeah. I'm glad I used the flesh tones for the D&D one, and you know, and when the D&D CMS came out, I was even more glad because you know that's what they did. But yeah, usually I've used more yellow. I feel like you have more options.
Probably.
I know I have a lot more yellow heads than flesh tone. And my idea of Lego putting out a little package with multiple expressions for the same character,
that'd be great.
Would be extra challenging for them to do if then they had to bring in flesh tones as well. So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but I think they both serve their place.
Yes.
I won't mix them though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start a movement on that though, because I think Lego has actually been pretty responsive. Because remember how like we used to get just the 4 minifigure battle packs, and now they're doing like 7 and 8 figure battle packs. It was like there was like a collective movement, basically begging Lego to like actually let us army build. We'd pay more for more minifigures, and like the latest like Star Wars battle pack with the super battle droids and the clone troopers was awesome. Yeah, I wish they kind of had that stuff around when Pirates was big.
Oh yeah.
But it worked for Pick-a-Brick when El Dorado was out. I bought literally 200 of each thing for the minifigs for Blue Coat so I could have a full battalion.
Absolutely. Yeah, at least Pick-a-Brick has been like, it used to be just garbage, but now it's like pretty good as far as what you can buy on there if you're willing to spend a little bit of money. So.
Here, Mark, I found one of my engraved bricks for you. I was looking for something.
That is ironic. That's great.
I'm assuming that's an inside joke.
That was Larios was my castle faction in the game the old roleplay game we were doing. So, we were controversial, that's for sure. Okay is here. The new Ninjago sets have dragon enemies with fire-breathing alt heads. Okay.
Yes, those are cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm excited for the new wave of Ninjago bad guys for my own nefarious purposes.
Ninjago's had some pretty crazy minifigure parts. Big Lick Bricks is here. Hey, Phyllis, nice chilly day for sorting. I've been organizing myself. There you go. That's awesome. Absolutely.
Lewis, I'm down to the dregs again, and it's like...
yeah, Jordan and I were talking yesterday how the worst part of sorting is the end.
Yep.
And I think that last like 10% of the bin, it feels to me like takes 90% of the time of sorting.
I think I'm just going to arm sweep it into a I'll deal with you later.
Yeah, but that is the problem. Then you end up with like...
It's compounding. Yeah,
exactly. Which I have 30 bins about, I don't know, that big.
Oh my goodness. So you got a lot, Lewis.
Waiting to be, I did one finally. It took me about a week to get through one. I'm on the second one now. So
you might have more bulk than me then. That's a lot. So.
Yeah.
I have a lot. It's
a lot.
Too much.
Yeah, I always give myself the sads when I'm doing sorting because I'll convince myself that I've sorted every single brick of a certain color, and I will put that bin away. The moment I put it away and walk away, out pops a gray. I'm like, ah.
That's always happening. And when I say I sorted to a bin already, I pre-sorted.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's not like it's perfectly sorted either. So
it's just like rough sorted by plate and brick and stuff.
Yeah, like I got, this is just 2x bricks here. Yeah. These are just anything that's round brick, or round that's not plate, basically. So it's round, it goes on there. So it's some that are more specific. This is just tile. Everything that's tile. So then I gotta go. At some point, I gotta go through. The other problem I have is that I don't have a lot of. You can kind of see bins behind me. I have hidden here in a few places, but those bins are getting full. So when I do complete an actual sort, I'm running out of room to where I can store the result of the sort.
Yeah. Right. So you're sorting by type then, right? Pretty much just like tiles over here, bricks over there.
Yeah, I got this like little. I use the pab cups on this thing, and
that's nice.
That's
good.
And then when this gets full, I'll jump it into a Ziploc until the day I can sort it. But at least I know. At least it helps because if I know I need this curved piece, this curved brick, I can go to the Ziplocs of curved brick parts, and it makes it a little easier to find.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right now, when they're in the bins, it's almost like they don't exist.
Yeah, unsorted is inaccessible. Yeah.
I was thinking about that when we were talking about buying bulk lots, and I think bulk lots are a great way to build your collection early on in your Lego journey. You're going to end up with parts you never thought you would otherwise purchase.
Yeah.
But like after a certain point, it's better to have, like, I think it would be better just if you had $100 to spend on Lego, it'd be better to buy $100 of parts that are sorted, or then buy $100 worth of bulk that, I mean, I have
absolutely
50 pounds of bulk brick in multiple bins, and I haven't even looked at it in 5 years. And so it's like, why do I have it if I can't access it?
Yeah. Time is money too, so it's like as much as we like sorting as part of the hobby, it's you gotta calculate what you want to do. So
I don't like it. It's a necessity. I do not like it.
It has a certain Zen kind of quality to it.
But building is a better Zen quality to me.
That's true.
Building's tech, right? So I don't know.
I agree with that.
But I'm with you. At this point, I don't see myself, unless there's an amazing deal or something, buying bulk ever again.
Plus,
I'd rather just spend money on something that I know that I want, like parts that I know that I need.
So Steven was working on this mock. He made a big old water section with 1x1 plates and tiles on top of it.
Yeah.
And he never even finished the mock. He actually scrapped it. So now I get to sort out these 1x1.
Take them all apart.
Oh, not to throw Steven under the bus, but yeah.
How do you guys do all of that, by the way? Do you guys have each have your own parts collection, or you guys just sort everything together? And
it's all one big pile of Lego. We thankfully have it all in one building down behind the house that we share, but it's all one pile of Lego. We have to actually take turns with certain part types and colors because, like, for example, Steven's building these giant tree guys, so he shouldn't really be dabbling into the fall colors because he's really got most of those reserved for his project, but I might be doing some here at some point. So and then I've got all the black bricks and sorting. What was that?
Who does more sorting?
Oh, I do all the sorting. It's an unfair deal. So I guess I can throw him in a bus.
I feel like that's in Steven's benefit, especially when he puts a bunch of 1x1 tiles on.
This is a rare exception when it's one of his mocks being sorted, though. Because
how did this deal work out? What's the other end of the deal? You sort, and what's your benefit?
I kind of get dibs on most things. Like I'm using probably the majority of our collection in big mocks right now, but Steven still has some pretty sizable ones too. So.
Well, what has Steven built recently? We don't see a lot from him.
Yeah, he's just less active on social media than I am because that's not his goal, is to be big on social media. So he's working on a fourth tree person, and these take a long time. They normally take at least a month, and he's been working about that long on the latest one because it's a little more complicated. But,
so all of those tree people are like magnificent builds, but they all have like unrealistic body standards with the 6-pack abs. So he needs to make one with dad bod. Just to rope in the other demographics that
like a pot-bellied one, and belly button could have like a raccoon coming out of it.
And you put one of those little spinny tiles in the belly button, so it's always like spinning, and he has like roots coming out like belly button lint.
Oh my goodness!
So I was pulling a whole new demographic with that.
I was telling him we need to make one really old one that's a little bit fat and wrinkly, and just have
Great.
But he's making them all like basically like model, just like huge, muscles and perfect.
What about like a little Japanese maple and to make it into like a samurai character?
That'd be cool. I'll forward that along. He's kind of. I think he's pretty much gonna wrap it up at 4, but we'll see. So.
Yeah, 4 is great.
The fourth one is a female and it has a beautiful dress too, so it's kind of cool.
Here's another good. This
So
goes
not just a
into
bunch of buff
I
dudes.
forgot I had these. These guys are just sitting in the bottom of a bin.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Make a weird dragon-born hybrid with those.
Yeah. We just got to put a black head on the inside as a mount.
There you go.
Or a headlight brick would give you the would maybe give you the effect you wanted, Mal. We can try that.
That might work. Yeah.
I just found this in my bulk. Is this anything?
Oh my goodness, Lewis.
No, I'm
That's a
kidding.
$200.
I did pull out a
dragon.
bulk not that long ago. But
That's
it was
an
missing
awesome
the tail and the head.
From
like
2004, 2003 Adventures. It's pretty nice.
Adventures, yeah.
Very
That
good
doesn't
one.
quite work.
That's like my best bulk find. I don't do
Oh, we
bulk.
got a
very
comment. Got a comment here. Big Lick Brick says, anyone thinking of attending Brick Fair Fredericksburg end of March? I was thinking about it, but I'm probably going to be busy. I've never been to the Fredericksburg location, so that should be pretty cool.
No, I might try and do Chantilly in the summer if it's in the summer again. But
Yeah, I'm familiar with
Perfect,
the
yeah.
Chantilly. Then let's see. Noble Bricks is here. Good to see Noble Bricks. And Bricking Up Brad. Good to see you, Brad. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, how's it going, Brad?
Brad,
If you haven't seen Brad's channel, and Mouser, you were talking about Lego lore earlier. Brad goes into the details on Lego lore, especially for Castle and Classic Space. So check him out.
Oh, this might work.
Adding
This-
him to my D&D GM tools bookmark.
I'm
Exactly.
excited for this, you guys. This is going to be great.
you sorting or building, Jordan?
Leave me alone.
Come on.
You can't build while you're sorting, Jordan.
Yeah,
You-
target.
defeats the purpose of
Yeah,
sorting. If you start
target.
Wall's fault.
He just started gluing. You gotta give him some space.
Once you start gluing, you can't stop gluing.
Oh my goodness. Hey, sometimes if you build a really big project, you might have to break out the glue.
I swear, if he comes back in the frame with a smaller shirt on, I'm gonna leave.
With less sleeves than even that. So.
Oh, he's transferred to a schmedium.
There you go.
It's that there's a line in Transformers, I think, is like, we went to go find you a smaller shirt. But there are no smaller shirts. We checked.
Exactly. Oh, we got BDD builds. Good afternoon. Joining late after watching the Bills dominate the Broncos. There you go.
There
You
go.
spoiled the game for me, but that's okay.
Just like the
BDD
Bills.
builds.
But congrats to Bills fans.
Oh yes, BDD builds. If you haven't checked out their Instagram, they have been working on a bunch of cool Skyrim related builds. So
Oh, very cool.
worth
Well,
checking out.
now this is pretty neat. The new D snots
Yep.
actually slide all the way down over the neck.
Ooh.
And
what?
so with a little positioning, the only problem is it doesn't quite line up the hole with the mouth opening. I think with a little finessing, this can work though.
I can't tell what part you're talking about.
The new D snot, so it's 2 plates tall, or it has the stud on the side.
It's a little headlight brick,
Oh,
basically.
that. Okay, gotcha. You call it. What was the part you told me yesterday that I did not know?
An inkwell. Everybody knows what an inkwell is, right?
I'm familiar with that term.
I call it. I've always heard nipple.
That
Right,
is
That's
that's
what
accurate.
That's what I've always heard it called. I was like, what's the inkwell? I wasn't sure what he was referring to.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I might need a brick separator. My
D-snot.
fingernails.
See, D-snot's a good name for that. I like it.
That's nice and simple.
D-snot.
The less syllables, the better for some pieces. So.
Okay, now that I know what you're talking about, show me how you're using that with the
I'm trying to wedge it into the dragon mouth
head.
so that it looks like an open mouth, and then it will have the hollow stud facing forward, so you can put a flame piece in
Oh,
there.
but that's not the Dragonborn head then.
No, the alignment is not quite perfect. It might be fudgeable.
Hey, Mark, can you cut that line of audio from Jordan for me? I'm trying to jam it into a dragon's mouth. Because I feel like that might be useful for the D&D.
It's going to be on the soundboard for the upcoming session.
Unfortunately, it's on the internet forever, so we're we can clip that for later use.
I'll have to work on this one, but it's not quite coming out the way I want it to.
I love the train of thought here, Jordan. Hopefully, you can get to work too.
It might take a little modification. Then I have to decide if I want to cut a dragon head, which I don't know if I do.
I would say you do not.
Probably not. Yeah.
But a little bit of Sculpey or something on the top to like hold it in the right spot, I think, is the move.
Noble Bricks has an interesting strategy here. I build when I sort, then I throw the build in the bin. It's more fun than sorting. So I kind of get that.
Wait, what?
I've thrown some builds into the bin before, a lot of sets. So I know what that's like. Noble Bricks, pretty fun. Lori Erickson says, I'm not sorting Lego, I'm folding clothes. Does that count? Absolutely. I had people building mocks and watching. I think BDD Builds was working on a mock while watching me build a mock. So, I mean, you can, as long as you're doing something and multitasking, it counts.
We're just watching.
And then what's an inkwell? Google is a great source for that kind of thing, Crossover Custom. So. But yeah, it's a old-timey thing they used to write with. And then my jetpack racer was missing the white D-snot. That's a useful piece for the jetpack racer, so that's missing. That's not good.
If they're asking what the inkwell piece is.
Yeah, there you go. That's it in gray.
That's a nipple.
The jury's still out on that one, but
I'd like to hear both people in the comments. What do you call that?
we could if I was on the YouTube streaming browser function, I could actually put a poll up, but we're on StreamYard, so I can't. But
I'd say I'm on Team Nipple for that one because when I saw that, I instantly thought like construction and those types of pieces for like bolts and stuff are called nipples and.
That's true.
Yep.
But I think the first time I saw it used, because don't they use that in like what is it, the Da Vinci gift with purchaser set?
Mm-hmm.
Or
they use it as an inkwell,
but it's actually an inkwell. I think it has a stud underneath it, like a black stud, and a black one on top, and then one of the plumes in it.
Yeah,
a tiny plume
for sure.
on top for the.
I'm willing to say that I'm pretty sure Lego calls it an inkwell because that's what it was first made for. But it does.
They call it. I know Bricklink does not call it inkwell. They don't call it nipple either, but.
It's probably brick with bar or something like that. Tile with bar.
Modified tile with something.
Mm-hmm.
It's neither inkwell nor nipple.
It's a piece. I've heard it called a stamp too. There you go. That would also work as a stamp.
Okay.
I can see stamp. Yeah, I can see it.
Let's also recognize the fact that nipple sounds just so much more. More fun name.
They're agreeing that nipple for sure. So, that's great.
I just noticed Patrick doesn't have any, so those are spots. He does have a belly button though.
The official name is tile round 1x1 with bar and pin holder.
There you go.
That's so boring.
I think they may have overcommitted on the name with that one.
Lego's never done that before.
Like, what are we going to name this little 1x1? We're going to need like 255 characters.
Oh, hey, I have a question for you guys that maybe you'll know. What minifigure torsos, other than the Green Goblin, use this sort of, I don't even know what color this is. It's like a magenta color. But I was trying to make a gnome with the green, and I used the new Dreams head because that bright light green is sort of an odd.
That green doesn't look like a standard Lego color either.
It is a Lego color.
Like bright green, medium green?
The hands are the same.
Green?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks a little more like pastel-y on my
yeah, there's very few heads that are in that color, but I couldn't find any torso pieces. Now, granted, I didn't look that hard.
But the color, is that color coming in any brick? Or is that like just bright green?
So I got an option for you, Jordan. It might not be a perfect match, but the older Dumbledore figure has light purple.
I just had one of those.
And that's a pretty close match. Not exact, but it's pretty close. It would have a yellow neck, though, so you have to have an excuse for like yellow silk underneath or something. But
he's got the beard, so that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a little bit darker. I actually have the.
That's not the version I'm thinking of, but that's close. That's dark purple.
Oh, this is not the one you're thinking of?
There is a version that is light purple that's much more pink colored, but that's a little rarer. Came in one set.
That's the one from like set 76389.
I believe so. It was the one that was like, I want to say 2006 or 7.
You guys identify sets by set number?
It's like
not me. No, I just have vague memories.
Yeah, I think it's like a robe, and he's got like purple and gold embellishments. Is that the one you're looking at?
It's the same figure that Jordan held up, but it's a different color completely. So.
I found the cape that he needs. I had that. It's actually I've been trying to make this into a minifigure of sorts, but that is the same color as the hat. So
yeah, that'll do it. That's great. Yeah.
I just wanted an accent color to pull the hat into the rest of the thing. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold color. But we are at an hour and 5 minutes, so we can wrap this up whenever you guys are ready. Or if you want to keep going for a few more minutes, I don't mind. So I could probably go for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be too tired. But whatever you guys are up to.
I can go a little longer if you want.
Okay. I don't want to keep you guys sorting longer than you feel that your patience allows.
I'm no longer sorting anyway. I'm building.
You're just mock building.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
I'm almost done with this pen.
Jordan's distracted, so you've lost the bubble on him.
I've got the last dregs, as we were saying, in this bin here. It'll take about 10 minutes. So if I stretch it out. So.
I mean, I don't want to brag, but all my sorting's done. So
you can come over to my place. I got an extra bedroom.
There you go.
Or just lock you in the basement until you're done.
That would be considered AWOL for me. So there might be a bunch of dudes with shiny things coming to find me after a while.
With a big MP on their hat. Yeah.
Yeah. It needs a little more work, but I like where this is going. Actually,
that's looking good. I like that.
You could be a pretty cool sorcerer or something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jordan, do you have any backup characters for your?
That's part of what I'm doing. I'm thinking about backup characters because Mal seems pretty intent on killing me off.
At least one of us has got to die, I think.
Which, honestly, with all the work you put into setting that homebrew up, I don't think you would want to kill him off. But
to be fair, I cannot adjust for bad decisions on a player character's part. So and we'll leave it to the chat to decide. If you were to build a character who specializes in archery, is it a great decision to charge into battle and try to fight melee?
Every single time?
I don't think that's happened. I think they've come to me.
Yep.
And I'm supposed to be able to disengage from them with my swarm, and I can't get a check to pass to save my life. So
I've managed to get outside of the fray and keep my rogue outside.
I will say that Jordan's dice rolls have been very unforgiving. I kind of feel bad for him, and I felt bad for you guys in the last session because, like I said in our group chat, those were statistically anomalous rolls that were happening in the session.
Yep. They were averaging like 19 and 20 on their rolls. It was nuts. So.
They were a bit ridiculous. I was kind of worried. I was like, on the side, I had because if you ever see my setup, I've got like a full DM screen with like 2 monitors all split up. And so I have the game running on one side, and I have all of like the Ancilla, the errata, the rules on the other side. And I'm over here, like, as you guys are being annihilated, I'm over here like, okay, how am I going to plan my way out of this hole so I don't TPK them?
How do you what kind of hand of God thing can you do to save them from all being wiped out?
Yeah, I won't reveal, but I have like 5 or 6 like backup plans that are essentially like a Deus Ex Machina to come in and save you in case something goes awry.
That's great. I'm glad you're looking out for us, Mouster. That's great. Oh no, Jordan.
Is the pin still stuck in there?
Yeah, I can get it out.
We can get it out, yeah. That sucks though.
I could tell as I was like working, I was like, oh, this is gonna break.
And what color was it?
Dark green.
There you go. Lewis, do you have any backup characters ready to go in case your main one ends up perishing?
You know what? You know how much of a challenge it was for me to create my first character?
Do you have even a concept of a character in the background?
No.
Nothing. You got nothing. Okay, you better not die then. You gotta. That'd be
Well, I mean, what would the? I mean, I doubt it's just like the new character immediately materializes next to your dead one. So I imagine there's time.
Yeah, you'd have a
A
couple weeks.
Create my
Yeah.
new character, right, Mal? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so a good DM, not saying that I am one, they have plans to inject new characters throughout the entire storyline. So like pretty much the way I do it is every time you guys get near a population center or a town, there's an inject point. So, and I leave those there because, sometimes, for example, Jordan might tomorrow wake up and be like, I absolutely hate my Grung character.
Impossible.
And what I don't want to happen is have any player play a character they just grew not to like. And so
what if we don't like somebody else's character? Can we get rid of them?
Right, the Grung.
Asking for
That's just good content.
You can roll for murder.
You're asking for a friend. You're asking for me.
Roll for
Chris,
murder?
Mark.
What do you roll for murder? That's what I didn't see that on the character sheet.
But I mean, it comes down. It's like we had the chat before. Like, if you guys want to respec to a different class, start over on a different type of class, I'm all for that. Because for me, it's more important that you guys have player agency than it is to follow like the rules as written, like draconian style. I want you guys to solve the problems and engage the world the way that you want to. And, if it turns out that you want to, lick doorknobs to see if you can find where the queen went, okay, cool. I'll roll with it. Go ahead and lick those doorknobs. Roll to taste the schnozberry,
I don't know. I'm new. I'm still new to this, so for me, I don't have a problem with the character. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like I just need to learn how to play the character better.
Mm-hmm.
Learn what I can do with my ball bearings in my bag or my flasks of oil, and just use those things more often. I gotta kind of start looking into that.
And I will say you probably chose the most difficult character combination. Most people who play rogues play just like a vanilla rogue assassin or a thief, but you went arcane trickster, and so you decided to dabble in magic and rogue, which already has a lot of things that they can do. It's a fun character. It's just not what I would have expected for a first-time player. A lot of first-time players go like fighter, sorcerer, cleric, generally somewhat easy classes to manage. The guy who had like the most experience in D&D, he went with the simplest character, barbarian that just gets mad and hits things. Like,
well, I think part of the reason is my time playing like Baldur's Gate 3 is I kind of did that, and I liked that I had the ability to do a few other things other than just shoot arrows, and hide, which is what I'm kind of doing now with my...
A couple spells is fun.
So I think that's why I went with Arcane Trickster, to have a few spells, so I can have more variety in my options, in my choices, but it hasn't played out that way, so we'll see. It's still early. It's still very early.
I'm going to go ahead and log off before my laptop dies because I just got the warning, and I usually don't have much time after that. So,
all righty. Take care, Jordan.
All right.
See you.
Thank you, guys. We'll
have
see
a good
you.
one.
Thank you. Monster says, surprise, the chest is a mimic.
No spoilers there.
Exactly. Grumpy J and Mouster are playing a verbal game of D&D in the chat. It's great. But I'm probably going to be ready to log off here in a second, guys, because I'm out of pieces, and I've got some dinner to make here.
I got plenty of parts over here, Mark, if you want to.
Yeah, let me just drive the 9 hours down to Miami really quick.
It'll just be a video.
I'll drive you back up for Atlanta BrickCon.
There we go.
Montage of travel to sort bricks.
I'll just live stream from the laptop as I'm walking to the car. No. But thank
right,
you,
Mark,
guys.
thank you. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
We'll do this again sometime. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you.